Well, she's the most high-profile American to ever serve as U.S. Ambassador to Australia. Caroline Kennedy, a household name before she even arrived on Australian soil. The daughter of U.S. President John F. Kennedy and Jackie Onassis, Caroline Kennedy was born in the spotlight. Just 3 years old when her father was sworn in, Caroline's childhood played out in front of the entire world, even inspiring Neil Diamond's hit song, Sweet Caroline. Then, just shy of her 6th birthday.
A flash from Dallas. 2 priests who were with President Kennedy say he is dead of bullet wounds.
Today, Caroline is an accomplished author, attorney, and advocate for education and the arts. Previously serving as the U.S. Ambassador to Japan under President Obama, her appointment to Australia signalled the strength of our alliance with the United States. Since her arrival last July, Caroline has embraced the role with both hands. From trying her first budding snag to meeting local rev heads at Summer Nats, it's been a jam-packed first year. How good.
Absolutely. And Caroline joins us live now from Canberra. Good morning, Ambassador. It's so wonderful to see you a whole year. Where's the time gone?
I know. It's gone so fast. It's just been an incredible year for me and for the U.S.-Australia alliance.
It's been a big one, hasn't it? Look, you've been experiencing what I love about you, and the U.S. Ambassador, the U.S. Embassy website and Instagram account has tracked you, which I find just really awesome. You've experienced some real Australiana, haven't you?
I think so. I have a whole other year to go, so I can't wait to see what I do next. I have some really good ideas.
Do you?
But, I've had a chance to see this incredible country. I've been to Uluru. I've been to Western Australia. I've been up to Darwin. I've seen the crocodiles. I've been. It's amazing, and I feel so fortunate to be able to meet people everywhere I go. And learn from them what's on their minds and how they feel about the United States as well, and talk to them about what we're doing here together in this region.
Yeah, we are determined to make Australia feel like home for you. You are a very good tourist ambassador, but there's a lot that your role entails, right? Obviously getting to know the country that you're an ambassador for, but also the relations in this region. I mean, from your ambassadorship in Japan to your position now in Australia, you've spent significant time in the Pacific, as we know. It's not necessarily an easy time right now with everything happening in China.
No, you're right. I think that, as the foreign minister says, this is a time of very challenging strategic circumstances. But that's why President Biden has made his priority to strengthen our alliances around the world. And we have no stronger, more trusted, more capable partner than Australia. So it's been a great year and a great privilege for me to watch how Australians and Americans work together, train together, do business together. We have so many students going back and forth and scientists collaborating on sort of these cutting edge technologies. So I feel like whether it's climate change or AI or quantum technologies, everybody is sort of working together to build a better future.
You're also really impressively front and centre in all of this, even with the AUKUS deal. You're right there and you do a tremendous amount of work behind the scenes. Do you worry about things like the AUKUS deal or whether or not it can get up?
No, I think that there's such strong commitment on the AUKUS deal, certainly in the United States, Congress, and the administration. And I think the Albanese government has really been a strong supporter, as was the government before. So I think you've got real bipartisan support in both countries.
And I guess...
And they just had an incredible submarine visit come in Perth, and I think people got to see firsthand sort of, you know, how game-changing these submarines are and how capable and impressive they are.
Yeah, absolutely. This kind of cooperation and collaboration between allies is vital, particularly in the region. I mean, most recently you were in the Solomon Islands, marking the anniversary of your father's World War II Pacific Islands swim. I mean, how does his legacy and your whole family's legacy really influence you today?
Well, it's really amazing to sort of retrace his steps in such a different time. But I served in Japan and obviously World War II, the Japanese sunk his PT boat, but it was an Australian coast watcher and Solomon Scouts who rescued him. So the fact that I'm now the ambassador here in Australia, and I got to go to the Solomon Islands and meet the families of the Solomon Scouts who paddled 35 miles to deliver the message that my father had carved on a coconut, and then the Australian Coast Watcher arranged his rescue. It's incredibly meaningful, and my son was with me, and to meet the people there who are living there now, who are dealing with climate change and all these other things, but who are so incredibly welcoming and so proud of their history and our shared history in the Pacific. So that's a huge priority for President Biden, to re-engage in the Pacific. He's met all the leaders. Our diplomats are there opening embassies and traveling. So I think it's a really exciting time to be in the Pacific, and I feel so fortunate that I'm in Australia.
Well, there's a lot to do, and you're so skilled at your role. Even points of friction you seem to be able to navigate through. I mean, it's not going to be less challenging the next couple of years.
No, I don't think so. But that's why it's important. That's why it's great to be here. I mean, I think we just can't take for granted how fortunate we are to be citizens of America and Australia, two great democracies with a shared history of values of working together to improve people's lives throughout the region. So that's what makes the job, I think, both a lot of very rewarding and then being in Australia is also a lot of fun.
I mean, Ambassador, just for you though, is there anything in particular that you are most concerned about when it comes to this region? Obviously, with the experience that you've had, as we mentioned before, in Japan and now here, and the visits to the Solomon Islands and other such areas in the Pacific, is there something specifically that worries you?
Well, I think both our governments have made clear that that the circumstances in this region are changing, and both of us are working hard to maintain peace and stability and oppose any kind of unilateral attempts to change the status quo, to take away countries' ability to decide for themselves what kind of future they want. We both respect sovereignty, and so I think if you look at what's happened in Europe with Russia's invasion of Ukraine, that just shows that this is something that can happen anywhere, and so we are all working hard to keep the kind of prosperity that we've had and that continues to benefit not only our two countries, but the entire region and world. So that's, I think, what America and Australia are committed to doing together.
There are some weighty issues too, but there are some seriously light ones. I hope you don't take any offence to what I'm going to ask. My daughter wanted to know if your son is single.
You'd have to ask him. I don't get into that.
Good deflection.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Also, it has been said forever and a day about the Neil Diamond
Also,
songs.
your daughter must be so mad at you right now,
Yeah, she's
by the
pretty
way.
mad.
I would be so mad at you if I was your
Not
daughter.
necessarily an excuse for her to be mad.
She's only 3. The other one's taken.
Willow's taken.
Hey, Sweet Caroline.
Okay, well then there's something really wrong with you.
Oh no.
Bird.
You're just discovering this?
Welcome to what the rest of the nation already knows, Ambassador.
Hey, Ambassador, Sweet Caroline, was that written about you or not?
I don't know. Again, you'll have to ask Neil Diamond. He said it was written about me. He said he saw a picture of me on my pony, but it doesn't sound to me like it's about someone sitting on their pony.
No, maybe you just borrowed the name.
It's a
Let's
great
go with
song.
that.
Yeah,
I think you
yeah.
just borrowed the name.
Yeah,
And look,
okay.
I'm
Okay.
curious. Obviously, we've gotten into the football fever at the moment. The US, sadly for you, is bowed out, but that means surely you're going to now back the Matildas to take it all the way, right?
Absolutely. They are doing so great. I have my hat, I have my scarf. I'm like all ready.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's terrific.
It's fabulous to talk to you. It really is. And you have great staff here. I love America. And you have
Yeah,
great
we
staff here who always, they're just terrific. Great senses of humour and also terrific at what they do. We appreciate you being on very much. Thank you so much, Ambassador.
Thanks, Ambassador. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Follow us on Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
We will.
absolutely.
Check it out. It's fun. Stay with us on Today. We're back right after this.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and
What's my name again?
oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?